Welcome back to No Cap. It's Sol and with a bass. What's happening? Talking about the hot topics now in the NRL. There's actually one. Let's be honest. It's coronavirus. I can't believe that we're talking about this in this moment of time. It's ravaged the whole world. It's obviously had an effect on rugby league. There's big questions whether we should go on, whether we should stop for a month or two, whether we should just cancel the season. All these possibilities. What are your thoughts, man?
So what was the question exactly? Should we cancel the season?
No,
Should we
like
go
I'm
on?
just talking about just in general, just this scenario right now.
Yeah, look, it's a scary time.
Yeah.
Obviously, from what I understand of coronavirus, it's affecting the elderly and the young. It's not really the players that are in danger. It's more of their parents and their children. So, I can see the players, reservations for continuing the season. But yeah, look, it's something that you don't want it to get out of control right now. NRL is probably the most unique sport in the sense that it's got it contained. No players have been tested positive.
Yeah, well, they're going out of their way to make sure of that.
Yeah.
Chartered flights,
Exactly.
making sure that food gets sent to them, like the Titans have done. But ultimately the main question is: should we continue the season? Should we just keep playing behind closed doors, or should we stop for a month? That's the really big question right now we face.
Yeah, look, there's two answers to that question. Yes, continue the season, but also find a way to make sure that players are not traveling too much.
Yep.
Make sure they're in the same venue at all time. I know that that might cause issues in regards to players leaving their families, but at the moment we know through the NRL that they can't afford stopping the league for 2 months.
Yeah.
So,
Well, if you're gonna believe what they say, and they say if we don't play for the next 3 months, if we don't play right now, we only have 3 months worth of money left in the game before we go broke. That's a worrying sign about the way the game's run. You know what I mean? We've always said that there's something wrong with the way this is such a great game. It should be worldwide by now. At this point of its life, and it's not. And the fact that they're still struggling to keep cash reserves for moments like this, unforeseen circumstances, it's a real worry about how this game is run.
Yeah, well, I think CEO and a bunch of those high positions in the NRL I think they get overpaid a lot, to be honest.
Even players.
Obviously, yeah, some players too. But I mean, that's all got to do with revenue. How much money that comes back is how much the salary cap goes up.
Of course.
But yeah, look, the way NRL's run, I can't be too harsh on them because their ticket. You look at sports around Australia, rugby union pretty much sell out. AFL has pretty decent crowds all the time. NRL's probably the only one. A-League lacks a bit.
Yeah. I don't know about union, but yeah.
I mean, the
Wallabies and stuff.
Yeah,
I
the
get it,
Wallabies and all that. Yeah,
But the most watched sport, or the most watched event in sport in Australia is State of Origin. So how can you get that right and you can't get NRL? I know it's another day. It's another topic for another day there, but it's just crazy to me how this is where the situation we're in. Like, sports around the world have stopped, but they can afford to. You know what I mean? Because they've got so much money. They've made so much money over the years, but they've known how to save it. But with the competition continuing at the moment, so round 2 is still going ahead. Cameron Smith's come out and said that he wouldn't mind the season being suspended.
I think he's actually doesn't want to play.
He doesn't want to play. Yeah, he doesn't want to play for the time being. Because obviously he goes, it affects more than the players, their families. They've got elder, maybe parents, grandparents, young children, like infant children that can get affected. If they do get it, they might be affected really badly. Does he have a point there, Cameron Smith?
Look, obviously he has a point. You don't want to see anyone's family get affected by it. But at the same time, if the sport goes down because of this, it goes. That's something that we could look at 2 years.
It's another
3 years
conversation.
from now, yeah,
It's another
and just be
conversation.
why didn't we risk it a bit more? So it's one of those ones that no one's going to be happy about the situation, whatever the solution is, whatever the NRL decide to go, whichever way they decide to go. There's always going to be 50 that's going to say you shouldn't have done it that way, and 50 that said you should have done it that way.
Look, right now, I guess I don't know. I don't think it should go on, but I guess as long as they are containing the situation and that the players are being safe and they're not exposed to that risk, may as well keep going then. Why not? I mean, they're playing behind closed doors. It's not new to them.
No.
if it all goes to ANZ anyway. In saying that, if the worst case scenario does happen and it shuts for 3 months, do you think they should extend the season or do you think they should shorten the season? I mean, there's another big question there because either way, it's going to affect the competition, the play, everyone involved, you know what I mean? Because people anticipate to be done by at least the end of August, half the team. The other half finish, obviously by October. If they do continue with the season, it might go into November, December, the way it is. If they're going to shut for 3 months, I mean, that's the worst case scenario. Do you think they should cut it or do you think they should just keep going?
Look, I think if they shut for 3 months, we won't even be having this conversation. I think NRL is going to be in grave danger.
They can just cancel it. They should cancel the season. Damn.
Like we said, they only have enough money for 3 months in the bank.
Yeah.
So they might be facing a lot more issues than just should we extend the season. And I think that's something that it's just going to unfold over I don't think they're going to wait until 3 months to decide what's going to happen.
No,
there's going to be information coming out from, the government in regards, because at the end of the day, the season goes on until the government says you're not allowed to go on.
Yeah, of course.
That's basically what's going to happen.
Yeah, of course. That's what's happening.
So, we're going to find out pretty soon whether the NRL season is going to continue, what's going to happen, postpone, all the other jazz. We'll find out, I reckon, over the next month.
Yeah, like they're taking a day at a time. That's what they've said, and that's fair enough. What they've done, I can't complain. I can't complain how they've.
I think it's gonna. You're gonna get a clearer view of what's gonna happen after the next round because it's gonna be the first round with no crowds in it and players traveling around. If we get past this weekend where there's players traveling around to different states and them not catching anything, it'll be, I think, a blessing.
Yeah, there's stuff in place like chartered flights, like I said. Leaving straight after the game, not taking any chances, they're focused on continuing. What's weird, this could be a positive for the NRL because they could find themselves the only sport in the world that is still viable and still on. That's crazy. I mean, it could be exposed to like for instance, there's an article come out that they might do a deal with ESPN International in the US.
How solid is that though?
No, it's come out and they've come out and talked about it. The one that the guy that runs ESPN International has come out and said that this is a possibility, but there's obviously like roadblocks because they've already sold the international rights to Fox and to their affiliates and all that. But the fact that that's a possibility, they could be the only sport in the world broadcasting to Europe, broadcasting to America, South America.
Time zones, but it's going to be.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, there's going to be replays of it at the end of the day as well.
It's true.
It's a crazy scenario we're talking about here. This could be a massive positive for them. What do you think?
Oh, look, 100% it'll be a massive positive. It's only going to be, expanding the game more. Hopefully bringing investors if they see potential in the game.
Yeah, of course.
But whether that happens or not, that's going to be, we just have to wait to see, I guess. There's no point really talking about it, I feel, unless we get a clearer picture of whether that's going to happen or not.
Yeah, of course. And like you said, the people that run the game haven't done a great job in promoting and marketing our game. The game markets itself, and that's what they're going to bank on here.
They can't even market the game to us. I mean, a lot of people would rather watch the game at home than go to the stadium.
Yeah, because, I mean, there's no atmosphere over there. It's another topic. But there is, look, someone was asked, I think Sam Burgess was asked, what's better, playing in England or Australia? He said England. Because the atmosphere is 10 times better. Yeah. They sing songs, they get into it. They love it over there. Maybe these are things we've got to rethink, man, But for the time being, I can't believe we're talking about this stuff. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Thank you.